All right, everybody, welcome back to Mr. Diego Tutoring here on Instagram and Crushing Chemistry on YouTube. Today we're going to be solving part 2 of my 3-part series video about a paper 2 question. So if you missed part 1, which is letter A, go back and check out part 1. Today we're going to solve part 2, which corresponds to the letter B of this question. Let's begin, shall we? So let's just start by reading this question right here. Lithium reacts with water to form an alkaline solution. A 0.200 gram piece of lithium was placed in 500 milliliters or 500 centimeters cubed of water. Calculate the molar concentration. So molar concentration is in moles per liter of the resulting solution of lithium hydroxide. So it doesn't want lithium. It doesn't want moles of lithium. It wants moles per liter of lithium hydroxide. So let's go ahead and be confident and put that unit over here, that our result is going to come out in moles of lithium hydroxide per liter, or for every 1 liter. So what do we have to do from here? Math with the units. We start with grams of lithium, don't we? 0.200 grams piece of lithium. So put 0.2 grams of lithium. And it's math with the units. We're going to need 2 pieces of information over here. First, the molar mass of lithium, and we need the balanced equation that we solved in part 1 of this series. And from now on, with dimensional analysis is always the same game. Ask yourself, do I want this? If not, put it on the denominator and transform it into something else. So when you start with grams, and if you have the molar mass, you can convert it to moles. So think with yourself, do you want grams? No. Put grams of lithium in the denominator and then put moles of lithium in the numerator. This is the inverse of the molar mass. It's the same thing mathematically as dividing by the molar mass. 1 mole of lithium over is equivalent to 6.94 grams of lithium. So we can cross out grams of lithium with grams of lithium. Now I'm left with moles of lithium. Do I want moles of lithium? I do not. Therefore, put another fraction, put moles of lithium on the bottom because you don't want that. And then you can do a mole to mole conversion because you have the balanced coefficients. Put moles of lithium hydroxide. And that's the magic of balanced coefficients. We could just repeat the coefficients here, cancel out the moles of lithium, and now we're going to be left with moles of lithium hydroxide. What's the coefficient of lithium hydroxide? 2. That's why we need to balance our equations correctly. What's the coefficient of lithium? 2. In this case, they coincide and they're going to cancel out, but that's not always the case. So you have to do this step every single time, okay? If we stop here, we're going to be left with moles of lithium. So we have 2 choices. We can either stop here and then add the liters, or we can add 1 over, because we don't need a unit, half a liter. Now you're going to be left with moles of lithium hydroxide in the numerator and liters in the denominator. So you can do this in 2 steps. If you do this whole series of fractions, you're going to skip straight to the result, and then it's just rounding to 3 significant figures. If not, you can do this. You can do just this part and add the liters a little bit later. So if you do this part, 0.2 times 1 times 2 divided by 6.94 times 2, you see that the 2 cancels out. We have moles of lithium hydroxide, and numerically 0.2 divided by 6.94 is going to be 0.0, never miss that second 0, 2881, and it continues on. But here, 8 is our 3rd significant figure, so we're going to leave it like that. It's our 3rd sig fig. And now we have these amount of moles, but we don't have them in 1 liter. We have them in half a liter, like the question said. So dividing something by 0.5 or 1/2 is the same thing as multiplying that something by 2. So 0.0288 times 2 is equal to 0.0, don't miss that second 0, 0.576 moles per liter of lithium hydroxide. Again, if you did this complete series, you would have moles per liter here unit wise. Notice that all of the other units cancel out. Stay tuned for part 3, where we're going to solve letter C of this question. This has been Mr. Diego Tutoring on Instagram. Subscribe to my social media, leave a like, hit that bell button, and DM me on Instagram for private tutorings. See you later.